Hello guys and welcome back to some more World of Tanks. Today I'm going to be bringing you 4 replays, 3 in the Talon. I'll tell you how I got it. I did some key cards hoping to get duplicate tanks to get gold. I was lucky in the fact that I got tanks, but unfortunately I didn't get any duplicates, so not what I was really looking for. I've got the Bog Horror. Unfortunately, that's the skinned version of the mutant, which I already have, so that was disappointing. I also got the Talon, obviously, tier 7. What else did I get? The Charlemagne, I think it is. I think that was it. Actually, no, I think I got 3. Unfortunately, no duplicates. But also then, with the gold that I already had, I bought the Concept 1B and the new French Heavy, which I haven't had good enough games to do replays in yet. The Charlemagne wasn't. I don't particularly think it's a very good tank. It's not got very particularly good armor, hasn't got particularly good penetration, and it's got a long reload, but there you go. Yeah, so obviously I don't think I've really heard of the Talon, so obviously I was just giving it a go and actually really enjoying this tank. Now its aim time is terrible, its reload is terrible, but it's got a big gun on it. It's on and it's a medium tank. And yeah, I've had some really good games in it. I think it's one of those tanks that people don't really recognize that often, so they don't know what they're really up against. So you're taken by surprise a little bit. We're on Siegfried Line, isn't it called? And we're getting lucky with these shots, because yeah, sometimes I can have games in this where like pretty much every shot misses, like because obviously the aim time is so long. Most of the time I have to take the shots without fully aiming, and obviously that leads to missing them, missing a lot of shots. That's the main problem with this tank. It's derpy, but yeah, it hits hard. So we're camping a bit here. Our team has taken the city by the looks of things, so I'm just like, well, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. We've got map control at the moment, so we're going to push up, right? If they take the field, it could be trouble, right? And looks like they're just kind of camping at the moment. Which usually not a good sign for them, right? It usually means we're going to win if they're camping. And that guy just shows his side just enough for me to actually pen him, and then someone else finishes him off, getting our first kill of the game earlier. To be fair, I was going to say that was my first kill, but it wasn't. But we've got 1,500 damage so far combined, and that's pretty good, right? We're only tier 7 after all, so we're just kind of like creeping in to see if we can get any shots. Teams have now been equaled out, which is disappointing. Put a lovely shot into the back of that tier 8 there, and that's, you know, shows how hard this thing can hit. It can do some serious damage to a tier 8, you know, a tier higher. Obviously we can't trade because we just haven't got the hit points, so we don't really want to be doing that, trading with a tier 8. And there's a Iron Rain. We put a nice shell into him. We put in load HE to see if we can get a good pen on this guy. Could finish him off. He's gone dark, but just hope that he's actually there we go. We do hit him. We pan and set him on fire, but not quite enough to kill him, which is very unfortunate because that's a dangerous tank. And as you can see, the game has turned completely in the enemy's favour. Very unlucky. We're trying not to spook this guy because we're unspotted. Put a nice hit into him, but unfortunately we get spotted in return. The game's turning against us pretty quick, and I want to be careful of that Iron Rain. This guy, we put that tier 8 out of action, and then we got 3,500 in tier 7, and unfortunately it's all going downhill now. We unfortunately do not pen that shot, as we didn't get a chance to fully aim, and that means, yeah, unfortunately we do lose this game. But I think this was, I'm pretty sure this was my first game in the actual tank, and we get a great result. Don't feel like it at the time, obviously, because we lost, but it was a good result. As you'll see from the results screen, it will be, we didn't make the leaderboard, unfortunately. But we got top of the team. We got over 3,000. We got better than anybody on our team by quite a bit. And their closest guy was the IS-6, which is a tier higher than us. And he didn't quite get the same amount of damage either. So there we go, tier 7 that can hold its own against tier 8s. So we get into this match, just didn't record the full thing, but nothing's happened. We haven't hit anybody, and no deaths on any of the teams yet. And yeah, didn't feel that, fully aim that. It's a bit of a shame. And that's the thing with this tank. You, unfortunately, the aim time's so great, and I haven't got many cruise skills on this thing, which obviously, as soon as that bounce that shot as well, as soon as I get more cruise skills, I'm going to be putting it mainly into aiming speed and accuracy, just to get this gun actually hitting the targets. Once it starts hitting the targets, you know, you're going great. Again, and that's the thing, just the aim time's so great that you just haven't got the chance to fully aim most of your shots because it just takes too long. And if you're going to take a lot of damage if you just sit there aiming in. Now this artillery is really gunning for us for some reason, no idea why. He's going for the guy behind us as well, maybe, but unfortunately bounced that shot. We duck into the cover here. Want to protect ourselves from that artillery. This is a bit of a dangerous situation. We've got to, yeah, we've got enemy team guys camping that ridge line back there. If we poke, we could possibly take 2 or 3 hits, and that could be pretty much all game over, especially if they damage some modules. Yeah, that was never going to hit, but it's worth a shot because he seems to be going for the cap or the artillery, which is kind of annoying because we kind of need that artillery to dislodge. And of course, bounced off the light tank. So, you know, usual light tanks have the best armor in the game. That guy's luckily pen him, but there we go. We poked, we aimed for too long, and we took a big old hit there. And now we are actually down tanks. We're actually losing this game right now. And again, not fun to lose another game. So we're going to try to make the most of this and see if we can actually do some damage. As much damage and take some guns out of the game, right? And of course, didn't quite predict where it was going. I'm throwing up the GG because I've had some bad games. Usually a sign that I've had some bad games. Now we took a massive hit, not really good exchange there, but we took a gun out of the game. Now we've only got 500 health. Whatever's back there has hit me twice. That's pretty good amount of damage. So we don't want to take any more hits really, but again, didn't quite fully aim. We managed to put a shot in, and there we go. We've racked up about 3,000 combined now, and you know, and that just poked up enough to hit him in the side. Took another gun out of the game, and now we've turned the tide. We're actually 6-5 now. We're still working this ridge line, and luckily pretty much the rest of my team is going the other flank, so we're gonna try to creep up on these guys. And that's the thing. Managed to hit him on the side. Definitely going to pen that shot. The shell velocity in this thing is a bit slow as well. You know, this is, like I said, without amazing crew, this got quite a lot of disadvantages, this tank, but the alpha's just so good that I don't really mind. And that's probably the thing that was hitting me. There we go. So map control definitely just shows you that he was gunning for me. How much that can turn the tide of a battle. We were losing quite badly, but we had control of the map. Yeah, so we came second, unfortunately. Yeah, so 3.5, just over 3,500. That's only second class as well. So people are having very good games in this thing, and I'm really looking forward to having a good crew in this thing. Because I think we can have some amazing battles in this thing. So third game in this thing, third replay. These are not consecutive games or anything, but they were almost was. I've been having some great games in this thing. I've been playing this tank quite a lot because I've just been enjoying it. Which is nice to enjoy a tank. So Dukla Pass, I believe this is. We're going to go up to the K line, the KJ line, and just kind of camp, waiting for them to push and come into our gun line, which is what I usually do. Going the A-B line, it's a little bit too open for me. I just think it's a very dangerous area to go. Is the 1-2 line, net A-B, because they got that kind of like hill they can shoot down from. So that's the thing is, like, they got the advantage of good defensive positions in that spawn. Let's see if I can pen this. Bounced, unfortunately. But it does mean that they are inclined to camp, which is bad and sometimes. We've put in the premium ammo now because we bounced twice off that thing. I can't remember what it was. And then we penned. I think that actually might be a different tank there. Tiger 1. That definitely wasn't what we were shooting at. So we didn't really need the premium rounds for that thing. But unfortunately, that's what we are in. Taking the gun out of the game. Good stuff. But it's equal teams at the moment. I load the normal AP rounds back. This tank doesn't hold the most rounds. It's... can be frustrating as being a game or two where I've gone, okay, I've got to be careful what shots I make here, because actually I might run out of shells, which is not really the position you want to be in, is holding your shots, you know, just to make sure that every shell does pen, and hopefully at one point, I doubt it, but Wargaming will buff it so that it has more ammunition. I don't think it needs much more of a buff other than that, to be honest. It's pretty competitive. Like I said, it's got great alpha, and I really do enjoy that, especially when it's not on a super slow tank. Yes, it's a medium. Yes, it is rather sluggish, but once it gets at speed, it's not too bad. You can get back into positions. Look at that aim time. Oh man, terrible. And again, I don't really fully aim my shots. Just don't seem to have the time to do that. Games can be over very quickly at the moment, especially in these what can possibly be lower tiers. Get a second kill of the game. I don't know if that guy was just doing that to say I've blocked his shot. I don't know. Again, we're gonna just put that guy out. That's our third kill of the game. We are drawing at the moment. There's a J Panther. That is a very good tank. Don't want to get hit by that thing, so we're going to duck down. But unfortunately, we're also getting targeted by artillery, and that's definitely something we don't want to be doing. We get unspotted. That doesn't necessarily mean he's not going to take a pot shot at us if he thinks he can. So we're going to... and he's getting pushed by several tanks. So we're going to push down and try to get his... that was a silly shot. That was a silly shot. I should have had that extra bit of damage there. But again, rushed my shot too much. He was fairly close, so I thought maybe I could hit him. And I was worried about him being taken out too quickly. Now, our team is getting kind of surrounded. We are winning, but again, like I said, map control can make a big old difference. I actually started pushing down this way simply because I thought my team would turn around and take care of the light tank and the other tanks behind, but they seem to have... don't know. Just don't want to do it for some reason. Anyway, so we push, and the artillery is finally being spotted, and unfortunately, of course, you know, takes multiple shots to actually kill the thing. I'm hoping to actually get a kill shot, but unfortunately I don't quite do it. So trying to get a shot on this light tank. He is just sitting there. Luckily, again, kind of rushed that shot. Shouldn't have rushed it. And he's just sitting there. My gun's fully aimed. He just pulled back and thought, so that was a very close thing, but he's down to a one shot to any tank. But obviously it's a light tank, so he could still be very dangerous. There's a TD up there. There's an enemy tank in our cap. I do not want to lose by cap, so I'm pushing. Now, yeah, this was again unpredictable team. We could have lost this. Our team, no one else. If we got someone else in the cap, we would definitely win this game, right? But going back could risk the potential for us losing this game by cap being decapped, because he's been in the cap for slightly longer. Considering what ammunition I want to put in, HE, all I need to do is a bit of splash damage to get the cap off. Our team there seems to be TD going towards the cap, so hopefully he will sit in there, and you know, if we don't get back in time, we'll cap him out. But hopefully we will get back there in time. We've got time now. I was just like, will we have enough time? We got all our health, so we can just sit there and take the hits, depending on what tank we're going to see. And he didn't spot us, but we spot him. We reset the cap. It's fine. We try to dodge his incoming fire, but he doesn't actually shoot at us. He shoots at the other person. We're going to see if we can get another shot in, and we actually kill him before we cap out as well, which is very nice. Again, just under 3,000 combined damage, and 5 kills. Sit pretty at the top of the game. Got that little decapping badge, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. Which is nice. A nice one to add to the collection. Right, so the last game is in the Eradicator. I got this not too long ago. I haven't played many games in this. I do like my autoloaders. It's quite a quick reload as well. It's got the kind of like good in between, so it does a fair amount of damage, but it's also quite quick on the reload. So you're not out of the game too long. That is kind of the problem with autoloaders. You could either be high alpha but a super long reload, which takes you out of the game for a long time, or super fast reload and do very little damage. And obviously this one kind of sits in between the two, which is very nice. Obviously the AP rounds lack a bit of penetration, so you might be loading premium quite a bit. Our team is obviously very tempted, as always, to sit on that hill as soon as you push. We haven't got many people with us. A little bit concerned by that, to be honest. Was thinking about just turning around and camping at like 8B. And there's a Leo, quite a dangerous tier 7. He hasn't seen us, we're not spotted. We put one into him, kind of waiting, and then he didn't know we're an autoloader or has very little. He luckily bounces that shot. That guy also tracks us but doesn't damage us, luckily, and again he bounces us. We're going to be seeing that guy quite a bit in the game, unfortunately. Now we are outgunned here by quite a bit, while the rest of the team does pretty much nothing but camp. So we're just going to try to hold these guys as long as possible. We managed to pen him. Yeah. Right, so we're on a reload. Done over 1,000 damage, bounced 1,000 damage. This guy's just pushing. Very lucky not for him not to pen us. And then he's just sitting there. We're going to take him out, which is great. A tier 8 heavy taken out. And pen that Mutz there as well. And now this looks like a major push. I'm thinking, oh, we're dead here. We are dead. So we're kind of rocking backwards and forth, trying to make it difficult for them to aim. Trying to get for the reload. Trying to hit this guy's cap. And then, of course, that one doesn't pen. That one, the killing shot never pens, does it, guys? Hit the same place, just damage the module rather than killing him. So we're on a reload, and there, don't know where he penned there, but kind of annoying. We're just going to sit there and see if we can get any hits on him from the other flank. So they're kind of push. They chickened out and pulled back. Don't know why. They would have definitely won. But luckily for us, they didn't. And there, this guy's... We pen him again. See, that guy's actually behind the hill. He's falling back completely. Don't know why. They've definitely got the advantage here. Seeing if he pokes up in a different direction, to be honest. Still got 2 shots. I'm thinking, should I reload here? They're getting some nice assistance, and we've bounced over 2,000 damage. That's pretty sweet. Now he's not even looking at us. Put another shot into him, and yeah, just randomly this bog horror's pushed. Unfortunately, this could be it. So I put in premium to make every shot count. If we can take a couple of these guys out, we have won this game, right? We're down to 100 health. We take out that guy. Put another shot into the ISM. They're pulling back again. And put a lovely shot into them. We're just keeping the premium loaded now, making sure every shot counts. Trying to keep this Diamondback lit up so we can get shot from our other hill, the campaign guys. There's only 4 enemies left, so actually kind of pushing here. And now this is where I make a mistake, guys. This is where I make a mistake. Bounce that guy. And unfortunately did not do any more damage to this guy. He got very lucky there, apart from obviously when he got taken out. Hopefully get some assisted for that. Now we watch the last of our team take care of the last 2 tanks in the game. So yeah, there you go. Eradicator. Decent tank. Lacking a bit of penetration on its main rounds though, so I probably loaded quite a bit of premium. If you want to be actually penning your enemy tanks, which I'm guessing most of you would like to do. And yeah, like a decent tank all round. Now, this particular game went our way, but it could have easily gone in the opponent's way, because our team just kind of camped, and the enemy did actually push. Now, they chickened out. I mean, quite honestly, if they had pushed on that flank, I would have died a lot quicker. My team would have, my teammates around there would have been taken out as well, and they would have been took map control, and they would probably most likely won that game. So, luckily we held out, and we came first on our team with over 3,000 damage and a lot of blocked, which is quite rare to block a lot of damage these days. And we only got the 2 kills, which is a little bit frustrating since we did so much of the work. Oh, these god awful 3D commanders! Why are they in the game? I don't want to see those. I want to see the tanks. There you go, guys. You know, that's. Then they're not even very good. They look pretty damn ugly. They're PS3 kind of era models. Let's face it. Anyway, so I hope you liked the video, guys. We'll come up with a results page in a minute. I forgot why I sat here just to get this screen for ages. I think it was because I went to the toilet or something. But we will come up with a results page. I think I got first class in this one. So no masteries today, unfortunately. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, like it and subscribe, because I'll be bringing you more videos in the near future. Anyway, guys, I'll see ya.